Hi and good morning. It's Peej's Passion. Today I'm talking about balancing your chakras while in the shower. This is where I connect to spirit. As a medium, I can't turn it off. This is not the only place I connect with spirit, but this is where I set the intention to actually connect with spirit, because this is my space and energy where I am able to be vulnerable, safe, naked to clothing and ego. And so when I'm in the shower, it's just a divine, I don't even know how to word it, but it's just that divine cleansing, clearing connection to my higher self, my higher source. And I would love to share with you what I do daily. Now, there are days I don't do it. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But my heart's desire is to teach people how to live a better spiritual path, I guess. Or a phrase I heard a while back was having better spiritual hygiene. And that kind of summed it up. It was kind of funny when I heard that. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through balancing chakras and connecting with that Mother Earth energy, that healing white light, and we're going to draw it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the water on, and I'm going to step into the shower. And so while you're in the shower, I want you to imagine that you're not only cleaning your body, and this is done, you don't have to stand there and do this without washing up or washing your hair. This is something that I want you to implement into your shower routine, into your daily routine. So you're in the shower. What I normally do is I kind of rinse off my body, and then I wash my body while I'm doing this. And so in my mind's eye, in my imagination, I'm going to pull up Mother Earth healing, loving, divine energy up through my body. Now, you can pull it up through your feet, which is a way that I always explain to people to do it, but for this exercise, we're going to be balancing chakras, so I'm going to focus on the torso area all the way up through the crown in your head, that crown chakra. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that there's bright white light in the core center. So if you took a science class like me, the core has a very red, fiery center that is just amazingly hot. And so that warm, red, healing earth energy, I want you to imagine that you're pulling it up into your tailbone area, which is your base chakra. And I want you to pull that white light up, and I want you to imagine that your chakras, you could see them or feel them or imagine them right outside your body. So about an inch or two away from your body, your skin. They're energy centers, and that's how I read people. Chakras talk to me. So chakras are energy centers that keep your energy flowing in your body. And so I do energy healing and I balance chakras. And so they really work with showing me where my clients need guidance, or where they're off balance, or where they need shifting. And so they're very important tool in your body. So I want you to pull that energy up to, like I said, your tailbone, and into that first chakra, which is located right around the pelvic area. Maybe the pubic bone, I guess. I don't know if that's a good example of how to explain, but it's about 3 inches below your belly button. And I want you to imagine that red chakra. It's red. It's not red like bright red. For me, it's kind of like a hazy red. And I can see it in my mind's eye. So I know that it's red for me. It might be a different color for other people. But for this, I want you to imagine that it's red, just for easy visualization's sake. So I want you to pull that energy into that base chakra. And that's the chakra that grounds us. So we're actually imagining that as we bring that white light into that chakra, we're spinning it. And you can even use your hand and pretend like you're spinning a record. You know how you touch the record and you kind of spin it? That's the technique that I want you to use. So if you're more of a kinesthetic person, you can use your finger and you can spin your chakra with your finger. Or you can just imagine, whatever way works for you will be the way that you use this time, and maybe next time you might try a different way. But for this exercise, I'm going to use my finger and balance my chakras. I'm putting my hand right outside my base chakra and I'm spinning it. And I'm spinning it I'm not spinning it counterclockwise, I'm spinning it clockwise. For me, spinning my chakras clockwise is spinning them to flow. Sometimes they're really tight and we'll do the counterclockwise, but for right now, we're not going to do any of that. We're just balancing our chakras. So I'm spinning the chakra, and then I'm going to bring that energy, I'm going to imagine that white light coming up to my next chakra. So I'm pulling it up towards my head, but only about 1.5 inches. And so I'm about 1.5 inches below my belly button, and now I'm at the second chakra. And that chakra is orange. So I'm going to spin that chakra. And when I'm spinning my chakras, I'm setting the intention that I'm actually spinning them to perfect alignment that brings perfect flow into my body, into my soul, into my energy centers. I'm bringing and asking for harmony. And I always ask that God's angels assist me when I do this. So that's something that you could do if you're more spiritual. And if not, that's fine. You could ask your higher self, which is, you don't even really need to ask your higher self, but you could ask your higher source, because your higher self is always there for your best interest. So bring the energy up to the third chakra, which is right around the belly button area. That chakra is yellow. So if you want to imagine that chakra is yellow, you're balancing that chakra and you're spinning it. And once you realize that it's spinning fast, then you pull it up to the next chakra, which is your heart chakra. It's located in the middle of your chest. For me, the heart chakra is green, but once I start spinning it, it starts to turn a light pink, which is the color that I connect with love and light. And so that's the color that works for me. Like I said, there's no right color, no wrong color. And then once you start to notice that one's spinning, I want you to pull the white light. Imagine a white light going up into your throat chakra, which is located in your throat area. For me, that chakra is a baby blue. Sometimes it turns darker when I spin it. Again, like I said, it's what you feel. Your colors may be different, and that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that it's right. It just means that you identify or you visualize a different color. And so now I want you to imagine that the white light is coming up to your third eye, which is right around your forehead area. And for me, that color is like an indigo. Sometimes it's a little bit deeper of a purple color. So I want you to check in and see what color you see. And I'm spinning that one, then I'm going to move on up, bring the energy and the white light up into my crown, which is located right above your head. And I want you to check in. What color is that one for you? Do you see a color as you're spinning it? Do you feel anything? Sometimes I hear things. That's why I say chakras talk to me. I kind of hear things when I balance client chakras. And as you do this more and more every day, you'll start to notice that you'll start to hear things or feel things or notice when you don't balance your chakras. When you do balance your chakras, you might get messages. And I do this while I'm taking a shower. So this is all done in my mind's eye. But for today, I'm using my hand, so it's taking us just a little bit longer than it would normally take. And so as we're pulling the energy up to our crown chakra, which for me, by the way, it's white, very clear, very bright, my crown chakra. And then sometimes I see a golden around as well. And that is my divine connection to the spiritual world. So I'm pulling that white light energy up all the way through my head and up to divine source, the heavens, God, Buddha, just your higher source, whatever you refer to. It could be a saint, it could be angels, it could be Buddha, it could be, there's no right, no wrong. It's however you connect to that divine spirit. You put a name to it or just call it source. And so I want you to notice and see and feel your chakras spinning perfect balance and harmony. And what I always do is I ask that the divine energy above, I ask that it come back down into the crown of my head and into my body and down into Mother Earth. So I have that kind of energy going up and then I have it coming down. So I'm the center between these two divine, amazing, healing, loving lights. And I feel that energy. And the more times you do this, the more you practice, the better you get, and the more you'll feel those energy centers. So don't get discouraged if you don't feel anything. The most important part is implementing it into your day and imagining. Because if you can't imagine something, it's never going to happen. So imagination is our key to success and future, and the key to anything. The sky's the limit. So I'm going to leave you to practice that again by yourself. And thank you for listening. And I'm going to go ahead and continue with my shower. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. That's my heart's desire, is to teach and lead and guide. And so I want you to go on with your day and enjoy your day. I'm sending love and light. Ciao.